Well, one of those 100 women was Penelope Lewin, who in her normal life works as the National Sales Manager for Microsoft. Today, Penelope and Joe Brennan, who is CEO of Habitat for Humanity Australia, join us to tell us about their incredible experience in Nepal. Welcome, Pen and Joe. Habitat for Humanity is an extraordinary project because you're building, is it a one house every 24 minutes, something like that? I mean, that is an incredible rate of building.
Yes, and we're only able to do it because our model is such that the partner families come on site, they build alongside of us, so they contribute sweat equity, so they'll build their home and the homes of others. We have amazing volunteers like Pen, and we have donated materials, and then we also take out a small not-for-profit loan, and families repay that, and we keep recycling through.
So Joe, the overall idea is to give housing to people who don't have it?
Yeah, we don't give away. Habitat's not a giveaway program. It's very much, it's a hand up, it's not a handout. Being a Habitat Home Partner is a lot of work, as Pen will know from being on site with us, and it's very much about people taking control. And the people we work with are really strong, determined and inspiring women. The women in Nepal are incredible.
So Penelope, maybe you can draw us a picture of the people that you met in Nepal who were part of this Habitat project. What sort of conditions were they living in prior to this?
Yeah, it was overwhelming experience when we got there and understood the conditions that these women and their families were living in. It was very very poor. So the thing is that I feel very glad about giving a home to these families, and that they are now protected, they're safe, and they've got a home to bring up their children, and they can educate their children.
What sort of work did you contribute?
So as part of the project, we raised funds for the project, and so I'm really happy that those funds go to the 250 houses that are being built. And when we were over there, we actually got our hands dirty and built the house. So we were weaving bamboo, we were rendering, we were sifting sand.
Hang on, don't you work for Microsoft normally?
Yes, I know. It was I learnt skills that week, definitely, and
wow.
I'm hoping that some of these skills will help me with my renovation back here in Australia.
I'm sure it must bring you back to mind too on how little we can live with, actually, and how simple things could be.
These people, they're really happy, you know, and they were really grateful for the work that we were doing over there.
They're beautiful.
It's amazing.
That's so
and
beautiful.
they're so exquisite in the way that they dress and the way that they greet us. You know, they were very, very happy to have us there, and we were part of their family for that week.
And how long does it take to put together the average house?
It can be 2 weeks. In this case, we built 10 homes in 5 days.
Wow.
So it was a sensational effort, and you know, women had it all over it, and they were fantastic.
Joe, why did you choose Nepal?
Look, Nepal's one of the poorest countries in Southeast Asia. Women in Nepal are really doubly repressed. It's a very patriarchal society. They carry the major load for the family. So the women we were working with in Itahari, $25 a month is what they lived off of. And it's really, as you say, it brings you right back down to, you know, we have a real responsibility. We're in the lucky country, and what can we do to help others? And this way it's so tangible. You can get your hands dirty. It's very inspiring.
And what sort of people do you find are attracted to get involved in the project?
I was joking before that when I got there, I said to Joe, it's amazing, you've given me a team of 10 women and they're all like me. They're all, motivated. They wanted to get out there and get the job done, and they were, really, really passionate people. So it was a good experience in that respect.
And people just volunteer out of any area of life, and then they contact you? Is that how this happens?
Yep. Contact us. We're about to take another group to Vietnam. We'd love any of you to come with us.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to take some men this time, but we'll do the same thing, and the funds raised will contribute to the project. People with their own hands will build the homes, so they'll see a very tangible outcome of building a home and a community, but more importantly building hope. It is an incredible journey that you go through, and the inspiration that comes from working alongside of the families and having them on site.
Penelope, do you feel like this is an experience you'll never forget?
It was a life-changing experience for me. I'd never done anything like this before, and for certain I'll go on another trip. Yeah, definitely.
It really makes you think about, God, what am I doing with my life, and what do I need, and what can I get rid of? What did you really think you should change when you returned?
Well, for me, I feel incredibly lucky and incredibly grateful for what I have and the opportunities that I have in my life, and I think it's important that I'm a role model for my family. I've got 3 young boys, and I feel though that I need to give back, because we live in a global village, and we need to be thinking about our responsibility in that global village.
Well, please put your hands together for Jo Brennan and Penelope Lewin.